So my commute to work is, as you guys have seen over this last few weeks, is fairly long. It's about an hour there and back, so 2 hours in a day. I like to learn. I like learning while I have to drive. So I listen to a lot of marketing podcasts, business podcasts, filmmaking, anything that kind of like catches my eye. But there's a lot of podcasts I listen to on a regular basis, and I'd like to recommend some for you. First one that I listen to on a very regular basis is Smart Passive Income, Pat Flynn's podcast. It's my go-to whenever I need some inspiration on just anything like kind of business or marketing related, especially if you're into like online income making or like passive income, that residual income. I think I just realized that the beets in this juice have kind of dyed my teeth in my mouth. I apologize in advance. Some other marketing podcasts that are just as good. EO Fire, John Lee Dumas, he does a daily podcast. Really inspiring stuff. I just want to say that vlogging while driving is highly, highly unrecommended. Switching to more filmmaking. My favorite filmmaking related podcast is definitely The Movie Crib. It's great. If you're into filmmaking in any way, really cool stuff. They do a great podcast. And then sort of the last podcast recommendations are ones that are more just comedy based or, more, I guess, celebrity based. I love Smodcast with Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. Big fan of Kevin Smith and Scott. It's definitely a little more vulgar and not family friendly, but they're pretty funny guys, and they riff on everything from movies to celebrities and just life in general. It's just good sometimes just to listen to them talk. Nerdist, I got really into Nerdist lately too with Chris Hardwick and the guys, Matt Mira, and it's just good fun stuff, and they interview a lot of like celebrities and actors and stuff. I really recommend just listening to any kind of podcast you could be interested in, especially if you have a commute. Put those minutes and a horrible aspect of your commute into actually getting something out of it and learnings, and maybe even try and better what you're doing in your situation, and maybe even improve your business or your job or whatever. That's just sort of my recommendation. Just learn something. That's what I kind of got it into, and I can't really stop listening to them now. So, yeah. Good luck.